Hi everyone, Jared here for another community question. This one is brought to you by Shin Golden Warrior, who asks, do you think mobile or tablet devices could eventually phase out consoles and or PCs? And I'm gonna tackle that question as well as pretty much the question of will consoles even be around? And well, I'm one of these that believe we are heading into a console-less future. I really do. I don't want to live in that future per se, but I think it's going to happen. Mobile devices every single year are getting exponentially more and more and more and more powerful. PCs already are more powerful than the next-gen systems that are currently available. One need only look at Watch Dogs and other games like that, which are just better looking on PC and not super PCs, I might add, to see that the legacy console sort of generation thing is a bit archaic now. Expecting to be able to hold on to a box for 5 years and expecting to push the bounds of that, like for the next 5 years is kind of expecting a lot in today's day and age, where your Droid or iOS phone can, like from 1 year to the next is getting more and more and more powerful. Now the question though was, do I expect it to phase it out? I don't know. I don't know per se. I don't know. It's one of these things where, like, I'm not an idiot. I realize that tablets and computers, well, not computers so much, that's its own thing, but tablets and cell phones, mobile devices, are getting more powerful. And all they really need to do is say, well, okay, you can use, say, like an Xbox One or a PlayStation 4 controller with Bluetooth or whatever. Like, let's just say Microsoft sells this as, yeah, you can use it on any Bluetooth device. Well, then, if you had a tablet or whatever, would you really want a game like this? Looking into a tiny little screen. Like, you see, that's where I'm like, I don't know how I feel about all this, because gaming on a cell phone, it does replicate a lot of things that you will find on a dedicated handheld like the 3DS or the Vita or even the original Game Boy. However, the main problem has always been the controls. They're not exactly the same. And then there's all the shovelware that's on the various app stores or Google Play or what have you. But these stores are getting bigger and bigger and bigger. There are more and more impressive games coming along. Real games, not these like 2-second, like, oh, well, whatever, like the Angry Birds type of things. There are actual genuinely deep software that is slowly but surely appearing on these platforms. But then you got to ask yourself, well, okay, mobile and tablets, will they ever really replace your TV? And my answer to that is no. I see tablets and the mobile device more and more pushing away dedicated gaming platforms such as the 3DS and the Vita. I do see that happening more and more and more and more as time goes on. Essentially, what I see happening anyway, again, it's my opinion, I see that the App Store and Google Play are basically just going to start to get more and more and more and more software. Already they're saying that we could probably in the next 5 years expect a numbered Dragon Quest game to appear on a mobile platform. That's like, what? Say what? Rumors are saying that Dragon Quest XI is going to be on a home console, which is great. But the producer of the series has also said that, the bulk of our fans are gaming on mobiles, so we have to cater them too. Now, that could most likely mean spin-offs, and I believe it will, because that's happened for years now already. However, I really would not be surprised if you see a numbered Dragon Quest game appear on a mobile platform. Maybe not in 5 years, maybe in 6 years or so. But if it continues, if the market continues to expand the way it is, especially in Japan, and even here, what am I saying, worldwide, it really wouldn't surprise me. But again, Question is, will they phase out consoles? For that, I don't think so. I think consoles themselves are going to phase themselves out. I believe stuff like the Steam boxes or Steam in general, when Valve can get that on more and more platforms, there will be no more need for a traditional console. Why? I mean, PCs as themselves are just so easy to buy and make and connect to your TV now that there's no real need for a dedicated console. That said, look at this generation. Everyone was like, this is going to be the last generation. Hands down, this is going to be the last generation. And yet the sales are higher than any previous generation before. So, I mean, the demand is clearly there, at least for now. Like, people still want to hold on to their consoles. So, I really do believe we are coming to the end of traditional consoles. It's just a matter of how. How are we going to incorporate these things into other devices? Do you know what I mean? Like, for example, I would say if iOS and Google Play was everywhere, which right now it's primarily mobile devices and laptops for Apple, and with Google Play it's primarily mobile devices. Not too many people have laptops and things like that for for Android rather. So I don't know. Like, I would say, like, if every television was like iOS enabled or Android enabled, then it would be like, well, yeah, you know, for sure, because all they have to do, these companies, is follow Steam's model, slap that on your big screen. You don't even need the hardware. We could stream that, or you could do this or that or whatever. But as it is right now, I don't know. I mean, we're definitely in a state of flux. There's no question about that. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I really did not expect the consoles to be selling as well as they're selling right now. I actually thought they'd be doing a lot worse. So I was going to say, like, hell yeah, this is going to be the end. There's no question about it, yada, yada, yada. But the fact that they're selling more than they've ever sold before, I just don't know. I really, really don't know what to expect anymore. I still think this is going to be like the last traditional console generation, because I can seriously see Sony going the PlayStation Now route. Even though the prices are out to lunch, I can see them releasing like a PlayStation app that will work on any device anywhere in the world. Doesn't matter what it is. I'm almost guaranteed to say right now, well, I am guaranteed to say right now, you will not have another Sony portable gaming device. That's not going to happen. The Vita was the last one. That's it for them. I still believe Nintendo eventually one day could release a hybrid, a console that you bring with you, but that has an HDMI out that you can plug into your TV. The only reason why I'm a little about that is because why would Nintendo want to split their market? If they release a home console and a portable, they have two avenues to make money. With Sony and Microsoft, I will be very surprised if they release another dedicated box, for the simple reasons of that I stated, that they're outdated from the day they're released now. Technology is just advancing so quickly that quite literally your mobile device within 4 years will be more powerful than the next gen hardware that you're gaming on your big screen right now. And if they can just take that mobile platform and somehow attach that to your TV and give you an actual tactile like controller here, well, there's your console. And that's incredible to think that we are heading down that road. So anyways, I know I didn't give a real clear answer, because right now I really don't know. I'm all over the place with this. I do believe this will be the last traditional console race, or whatever you want to call it, console generation. But what does that mean exactly? Well, like I said, I don't know. I'm not sure if they're going to release apps. I think Nintendo will definitely give you one more console, but I think Sony and Microsoft, I'll be very surprised if they give another hardware like generation. I'll be really surprised. But then where do PCs fit in all this? I mean, Valve is bigger now than they've ever been before. Look at Steam. I mean, it's incredible how much money that's generating. And then exactly, like, where do tablets and mobile scene fall into this? The amount of money that these stores are generating cannot be argued. It can't be just ignored. You can't look and say, like, you know, oh, well, so-and-so, like, I don't know, like, say iOS paid out $8 billion to their developers. Think of the sales that means that have been made on that platform. And Google Play, the same thing. So, I mean, these numbers cannot be ignored. If you're ignoring them, you're missing huge, huge amounts of the market. And I mean, people like Serena, she doesn't game on consoles, but every night she spends around 3 hours playing on her iPhone, playing Bejeweled and games like that. Now, that's a game. That costs money. She bought that to play that game. So, I mean, she's a gamer. You can't, even if she's only playing, for a bit or whatever, she is playing a video game. And I can't tell you how many people are doing that. But whether or not it will be the mobile and tablets to push consoles out, that I don't think. I think they're going to just push themselves out of the market because of technology, nothing else. I think mobile and, just mobile in general is going to, take over more and more and more of the industry. But at the same time, I do believe that the indie and AAA release games are still going to come. People are still going to want a game on your big screen TV. That's always going to be there. The question is, how are we going to be gaming on our big screen TV? Are we going to use our mobile devices as sort of the middleman? Are Steam boxes or micro PCs going to be attached to our computers? Are the TVs themselves, not attached to computers, attached to TVs, are the TVs themselves going to be computers? Who knows? But what do you guys think? I know a lot of you are probably going to agree with me that this most likely will be the last traditional console generation. But how do you see the mobile scene sort of evolving from here? What do you think is going to happen to consoles in the next 5 years? Do you think PCs are going to take over everything, or what? So leave a comment below. Big shout out to Shin Golden Warrior. Thank you very much for the comment. And as always, guys, if you have, not a comment, but for a suggestion for this video, if you guys have another community question you'd like to see me tackle, by all means, let me know, and I'll be sure to add it to my list. And I picked whichever one sounds fun and put a link to your channel in the description below. So thank you very much for watching, guys. Be sure to leave a comment below. Take care. Do